Good morning, kids! So we have learned about equations of parallel lines in my previous lesson. Okay, it is 7.5 equations of parallel lines, and we have 7.5 part B. Okay, the second part of the equations, which we're gonna learn about non-parallel lines. Okay, so parallel lines, we know that if we are given two parallel lines, it means that the equations are not the same, but the gradient, both of the gradients are the same. Okay, the only difference is the c. Okay, c, but the slope are the same. Okay, so for equations of non-parallel lines, okay, you see the word non-parallel lines means if you have two lines that are not parallel, if you have two lines that are not parallel, definitely it will touch at one point, or you can see this intersect at a point, or you can say they meet at a point. Okay, they will definitely meet at one point only. Okay, and obviously gradients are not equal. Okay, gradients are not equal because they are not parallel. Okay, the thing that you need to remember is you have two parallel lines and they will intersect at one point. Okay, so if we want to solve these two equations by using simultaneous equations, what we get is the point, the coordinate of the point that meet at each other for the two lines that meet at each other. Okay, so let's go to questions straight away. Okay, let's look at question number 6. Okay, this is from your exercise 7.5. Okay, question number 6. Okay, so look at this question 6a. Okay, the question says find the coordinates of the point of intersection. Okay, point of intersection is the point where I say just now they intersect at that one point. Okay, point of intersection means intersect at a point. Okay, or we call it as POI, point of intersection. Okay, of each of the following pairs of non-parallel lines. Okay, this equation, first equation and your second equation, they both are not parallel, so definitely when we solve simultaneous equation for these two lines, we will get the point where they both meet at each other. Okay, the coordinates. So what we do is you can use simultaneous equation, first equation, second equation, and you solve it and you try to find out what is the answer for this 6a. This will be your homework, and also 6b, because I think these two linear equations are simple enough for you to do simultaneous. Okay, so you do simultaneous equation and find out what is the coordinate. The coordinate, don't forget, if you want to write down in coordinate form, after you find your x and y, leave it in coordinate form. Okay, this will be your homework. And let's go to question 7. I will teach you questions that involving word problem. Okay, so the straight line passing through the points -1, 3 and 5, -3. Okay, so let's say we have 2 points, -1, 3. Okay, and this point, this one is not to scale, it's just a draft only. Okay, let's say we have these 2 points, this straight line passing through the points, these 2 points intersects the line. Okay, so intersect the line of this. So when we want to draw, okay, this one, we just agak only, as I say, it's just a draft, it's not the real line from the Cartesian plan. Okay, so let's say this is the line 2x minus 3y minus 9 equals to 0. Okay, it says that this straight line passing through the point -1, 3, 5, -3, which is this line, okay, intersects the line of that. So if they intersect at that line, so this is the point where they intersect at each other at P. So now, how are we going to find coordinate of P? We need two equations to solve simultaneously in order to get this coordinate P. Okay, so before that, we do have already one equation here. We need to find the equation of this other line. So this is your first equation. So we need to find the second equation. So how? We don't have the second equation, right? But we do have 2 points. Okay, so what we do is we use these 2 points that are given to form an equation. Okay, remember when you need to find equation of a line, you need m and c, right? Okay, so this one is y equals to mx plus c. this y equals to mx plus c is the equation of this line. Okay, so we find our gradient first. So the gradient is y2 minus y1. Okay, I make this as my y2, x2, x1, y1. 3 minus negative 3 become plus, and negative 1 minus 5. So I get a 6 over negative 6, which is negative 1. Okay, so my gradient is negative 1, right? So my y is negative x plus c. It's supposed to be negative 1x. I don't write negative 1. I write negative x only. So plus c. Next thing is we want to find c. How do you find c? You can sub in either point of negative 1, 3 or 5, negative 3. Is either one also okay. Okay, because these 2 points pass through this line, so any point will give you the same answer c, yeah? So okay, let's say I put negative 1, 3. So my y now become 3 equals to negative 1 plus c. So my c is 2. So my equation of that line is y equals to negative x plus 2. Okay, so this equation here is for the line. Okay, so now we already have our second equation. This is my second equation. These two lines cross each other at coordinate P. So to find coordinate P, okay, so now we are finding coordinate of P. To find the coordinate of P, we solve simultaneous equation. We sub in the second equation, into the first equation because it's already y as subject. Okay, so 2x minus 3y minus 9 equals 0. I sub in my y. I sub in this one. So 2x plus 3x minus 6 minus 9 equals 0. And then I solve. Okay, you can try to solve it by your own. Therefore, my coordinate of P is 3, negative 1. This is my answer. Okay, that's for question number 7. Okay, now let's look at question number 8. You can try to pause this video and you try to do by your own. Okay, in this lesson, you try to pause this video and then you look at the question, you try to do it. Okay, remember to copy the question because you need to familiarize with the questions. Okay, so you try to do it. And then after you finish, and then you can continue with my lesson. You can play the video, this video, continue the video, and check out if your working and my working is the same. If let's say your working and my working is different, and your answer and my answer is the same, okay, it shows that we both have a different method, but you still get the same answer, okay. But why not you learn both method, your own method and my method, okay. Alright, let's look at question number 8. Find the equation of the line, okay, parallel to 3x plus 2y minus 6. Okay, let's say I need to draw a graph. Okay, so this is my 3x plus 2y minus 6 equals to 0, okay? So they want you to find the equation of the line parallel to this line. Okay, no, you are not finding this line. This line is 3x plus 2y minus 6 equals 0. You want to find a line that is parallel to this. Okay, I will draw another parallel line. Okay, this parallel line, we need to find this equation, y equals to mx plus c. And this line actually passing through the point where this one and this one intersect. These are 2 points, 2 lines, okay? So these 2 lines, okay, I agak only, these 2 lines, they intersect at that point. So these 2 lines gonna be like that and like this. Okay, just for example, Okay. Okay, so this line here, let's say, is x plus y plus 2 equals to 0. And this line over here, oh no, this line is supposed to be this, x plus y plus 2 equals 0, because it's a negative gradient. The other one is 3x minus 2y plus 1 equals 0. Okay, so okay, we go back to the question again. Find the equation of the line parallel to this line, so this is the line that we are finding, passing through the point. Okay, this is the point where they are talking about. This point is this point that they're talking about, where x plus y plus 2 equals 0, which is this line, intersect at this line. Okay, so we need to find this point first. Okay, because we want to find the equation of y equals mx plus c, right? Okay, so we need to find this point first before we find this equation. Okay, because this equation involves m and c. M we definitely can find because it's parallel to the line, parallel to this line. And we need to find c by using any of a point on the line. But there is no line at this, there is no point at this line, so we're gonna use this point over here where we need to find extra step, simultaneous equation, these two equations to find the point. Okay, so first step, we find the coordinate first, the point. We are finding the point. Find point first. Okay, so x plus y plus 2 equals to 0. I make x as subject, so it's negative y minus 2. This is my first equation. And then this is my second equation. I sub my x into my second equation. Okay, my first equation is here. First, second here. So my y is negative 1. I sub into my x. Negative. My x is also negative 1. So negative 1 is this point here. Okay, is that point over there. So we want to find our equation now. All right, we find our equation. You're gonna find our equation. Equation of the line. Okay, so to find the equation of the line, we need gradient. Okay, we need our gradient. So how to find the gradient? The gradient is the same, so we're gonna use m1 equals to m2. So my m1 is from 3x plus 2y minus 6 equals to 0. Okay, this line over here, because this line and this line, they are parallel, so we're gonna use the same gradient. We find our m1. Okay, we find our gradient, so we make y as subject. I divide 2 for this and divide 2 for that, so negative 2x plus 3, and my gradient here is negative 3 over 2. Okay, so we have gradient, my m1 equals to m2, which is negative 3 over 2. So from here, y equals to negative 3 over 2x plus c. So to find c, we already find our gradient here, which is negative 3 over 2. Now we want to find c by sub in the point, okay, of this negative 1 into the equation to find the c. Okay, so sub in negative 1. So my c is negative 5 over 2. Therefore, my equation is y equals to m x plus c. So my c is negative 5 over 2. So this is the answer for the equation of the line. Okay, so is your answer same with my answer? or you have no idea how to start the question, so you can do this. You can do one more time later by your own. Okay, I'll try to understand the question, because as I say, the questions will get harder and harder while you continue the lesson. Okay, so you need to know your basic foundation of your coordinate geometry. Okay, so let's look at question 10. This will be my last question of this lesson, of my explanation, yeah? Later I'll give you a few questions to do, okay? And you try it by your own, okay? Okay, so question 10. Find the equation of the line parallel to this. Okay, so I draw a line, okay? And another line, because they're parallel to each other, kan? So parallel like that. Okay, so you need to find one of the equation here. Okay, let's say this is your x plus 3y plus 1 equals to 0. Okay, and this is the equation that you want to find. So I put y equals to mx plus c lah. So this equation, right? Find the equation of the line parallel to this, and this equation that we are finding is passing through the point. Okay, passing through the point where this equation cuts the x-axis off. Okay, so this equation here, 3x minus 2y plus 6, okay, I will roughly draw a line like that. This is the equation, let's say. So this one is 3x minus 2y plus 6 equals 0. And they cut the x-axis. This one cuts x-axis. What do you understand about cut x-axis? Cut x-axis means it's a x, 0 coordinate where your y is actually equals to 0. Okay, notes y equals to 0. Okay, so you understand the question first? Find the equation of the line parallel. You need to read part by part. Find the equation of the line parallel to the line given there. This one. You draw two lines, and then you know that this equation of the line that you are finding is passing through the point. Okay, passing through one point. You don't know where is the point. Where this line, okay, this line is the 3x minus 2y plus 6, cuts the x-axis. So this line cuts the x-axis as x equals x, 0. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we need to find the gradient, to find the equation of the line. You need gradient and c again, right? Okay, gradient you know how to find because it's m1 equals to m2, parallel line kan. So m1 equals to m2. So when you find m1 is equals to finding m2 lah. But to find c, you need a point. Okay, one point at least for that is passing through this the line that you are finding. Okay, so m we find later. Now we need to find the coordinate, the point. Find the point first. Okay, find the point first. So how are we finding the point? Okay, find the point. We already know it's x, 0. Okay, and when this x, 0, when y equals to 0, it's also passing through 3x minus 2y plus 6 equals to 0, right? So we find our x coordinate first. So it's when y equals to 0, we sub in. So 3x minus 2, 0 plus 6 equals to 0. So my 3x negative 6, so my x is negative 2. Okay, so we know that this point is negative 2, 0. Okay, so this point here is negative 2, 0. We found it already. So next we find our gradient lah. Okay, we find gradient, our m1. Okay, because it's equals to m2 by the way. So we find our m1. So to find our m1, we need to use this x plus 3y plus 1 equals to 0 from here. Okay, this one to find the gradient. So we make y as subject. So it's negative 1 over 3x minus 1 over 3. Okay, so our gradient here is negative 1 over 3. So my m2 is also negative 1 over 3. Okay, so my m1 is negative 1 over 3. My m2 is also negative 1 over 3. So we found our m. Now we need our c. we have negative 2, 0 already here, and we have our gradient already, which is negative 1 over 3. So we can find our equation. So now we find our equation of the line. So y equals to mx plus c. So we sub in our negative 2, 0 into our x and y. So 0 equals to negative 1 over 3, 2 plus c. So my c is negative 2. So my c is 2 over 3. Yeah, okay. So negative 2 over 3, because I moved to the other side already, the whole thing here will become negative. So y is equals to negative 1 over 3, x minus 2 over 3. That's the answer for question 10. Okay? So for this lesson, we already cover 7, 8, 10. Okay, so for this lesson 4, okay, I want you to do question 6, 7, 8, 10, and extra question number 9 and 11. Okay, this is the questions. This is the question that I've discussed with you already, 7, 8, 10. Okay, so your extra question is 6, 9, and 11. Okay, 6 and 11 is easy, only number 9. Okay, so this lesson, this is what you're gonna do. Okay, so now before I end the lesson, I want to discuss with you the answer. I want you to mark your previous lesson, okay, which is your lesson 3. Okay, so lesson 3, we go back to the example again. I hope you double check your example 11, because I still find out there are some mistake that you have done, maybe a careless mistake. Just go through one more time, okay? So m is 2, 2 and parallel. B is negative 3 over 2, 3 over 2 and it's not parallel. And negative 2 and it's parallel. Example 12p is negative 2 over 3. Example 13, okay, I see a lot of your DIY here is correct. Okay, please take the equation. Example 14, y equals to negative half x plus 9, and your x is 18. Okay, don't do this because they are not asking for coordinate. They are asking for only the x-intercept. Okay, x-intercept. So leave it as x equals to 18. Okay, then we go to question 4. Question 4 is, the answer is 4. The answer is 4. So this one is 16 like that. You move here, there, become divide. So negative 16 over 3 divided by negative 4 over 3. We press calculator, the answer is 4. Okay? I've seen a few wrong also there. Careless mistake probably. So please double check your answer. That's for question 4. Okay, so let's look at question number 1. This is 9 Science 1 Tang Jia Hui's answer. Okay, I randomly pick only. I use the draw lots to draw whoever that is lucky, then I pick that answer. Okay, let's look at question 1. I think question 1, no problem, no need for me to explain. I think all of you get correct. Question number 2, okay, is y equals to 2 over 3x minus 4. But if your answer, you must be like worry if your answer is not correct, because your answer at the back and your answer of y equals to 2x minus 2 over 3x minus 4 is different, right? But it's actually the same, okay? It's actually the same. Let me show you. So this one Jia Hui didn't show it out, so I show it out for you. Okay, your answer, if you leave this answer also can. Okay, if your answer is already y equals to 2 over 3x minus 4, if let's say you times 3 for everything, times 3, times 3, times 3, this one will become 3y equals to 2x minus 12. Okay, and then when you move the 3y to the other side, become minus. Because 0, kan is the same. Okay, it's the same. But if you leave your answer as y equals to 2 over 3x minus 4 also can, because they did not ask you to form the equation in any form that they want. Okay, so y equals to mx plus c is just fine. Okay, question 3. You see here, they already say y-intercept is -2. So your C is -2 lah. Okay, this one. So your answer is 3x minus 2. Because I've seen you don't know how to find your C. You find C in another way. Y-intercept is already showing C. Okay, number 5. Okay, I think this one is also no problem. You can double check her working here if you have careless mistake. Okay, the answer is y equals to x minus 5. Okay, that's for question number 5. Okay, so I see you next lesson. Okay, so please submit this one for me. Thank you guys. Bye.